Hi runners and other like-minded people. So today you join me here in Blenheim Palace, which is in Oxfordshire. I think it's Woodstock. So today I'm just going to be doing a little check-in, just talking about my training so far, part of this series. So yeah, I'm going to be splitting this video up into 5 sections. I've got it here on my phone. I'm going to be doing my training log, my commitment and attendance, injury report, progress, and then my final thoughts, just a few extra little bits of details and things I want to mention. So let's just get straight into it. So then guys, I don't know if you can actually see it on the camera, but it's actually really horrible weather here today. And yeah, we got here just earlier on today. We set up our caravan and then we just went out for a walk. So yeah, for the first little bit here, we're talking about my training log. So last week I had my first recovery week, which I dropped my mileage down to 18k from around 30. So just dropped it down and let the all the training which I've been doing sort of set into place. So yeah, for my few weeks I've been training, I did 32k, 29.9, 26.5, and then dropped it down to 18. I've been doing some different type of sessions. I've been choosing my Tuesdays, my day when I've been doing my different types of sessions. So far I've been doing I'll put it up on the screen as well, a little like screen recording. So the sessions I've done so far, I've done progression runs, intervals, and yeah, I tried to do a hill session. It was a bit of an epic fail of a hill session. I tried to do a video on it, but the hill wasn't big enough where we were, so that one didn't go to plan. But overall, apart from that, I've been getting in some solid training. Now for this week, I've got I believe a 19-kilometer run. It's going to be 8k easy, then 3k at my marathon pace, and then 8k easy again. And yeah, obviously you'll see that all on Strava when I've completed it. Now on to part 2 of today's video, is talking about my commitment and attendance. So I've been pretty consistent with all my training, and I've been hitting out all of my sessions and been getting out to pretty much every single one of my runs that I needed to complete with not too much issue. It hasn't felt like too much of a chore yet, because obviously it's still early days of my training. But yeah, obviously I've missed a few here and there due to family commitments, or yeah, just having other plans, because obviously we have lives at the end of the day, and we've got to plan the running around our lives, because we've got to do other things as well. We can't just do all of it, all running all the time and not do anything else. But yeah, I think it was only 2 runs which I've missed. It was 2 weeks ago I had I think it was a 16k run which I was meant to do, and I only did 9, I think it was, in the end. So I still got in a run, but it wasn't like as long as it was, but it's still building that endurance going out for that run. And that was in Sandringham Estate. There wasn't actually many places to run, but I'd still got that run done, so I was still gaining something. And it wasn't like I was just too lazy and I just couldn't be bothered, because I went out there and obviously we had things to do that day. It was only that one and one interval session, which are my hills, which I was doing this week, meant to, but the hill was too small where we were, because obviously I'm spending a lot of time at home at the moment, because we're doing a lot of travelling in the caravan, just checking out new different areas. But apart from those 2 things, I think I've pretty much been on point with all of my other training and not missed any other sessions.
Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm wrong, I got it.
Now on to part 3 of today's video, is my injury report. Now I'm happy to say to you guys that I haven't actually got a single injury so far, which is good, because it's really early days, as I keep saying. But yeah, no niggles, no injuries. Obviously I felt a bit tight on some of the days, but actually that was not even that. I've not really had that too bad. I've been overall feeling really strong, because obviously I've been taking things really easy, doing easy running quite a lot. My body has had time to recover, and I'm going back to running feeling very fresh, which is good news for me, which means I can get into solid training without needing to take extra rest days, which is always an inconvenience. As much as it's all right to, it's always good to just get out there. It's good for your mind as well when you're just getting some good solid training weeks without having any little niggles or injuries, as both of my parents at the moment. My mum got well, almost attacked by a dog. Well, I think she picked on the dog, but she disagrees with me, and she tried to run away and she fell and she hurt her ribs, so she's not running. And my dad, he's got this ankle injury, he's gone to see a lower limb specialist, and that's being dealt with. But I'm the only one that hasn't got injured yet, so touch wood, all the way over there, virtual touch of the wood over there, that I will not get injured, and I'll keep my training nice and pain-free. I mean, going out, because I've been doing a lot of foam rolling, which is my key thing to think about during this training block, of to do some more foam rolling, because during my sub-19 I did get a few niggles here and there, but not full-on injuries, because I always take stop and turn off the gas straight away. But apart from that, I've been doing foam rolling pretty much every single week, a good 20-minute session of foam rolling, and it's simply paying off, and I'm not getting any issues at all. So on to part number 4 of this video, is progress. So what I mean by progress is sort of how my endurance is building, and if well, it's in the name, isn't it, progress, and how I think things are developing, and if I'm gaining any fitness. Obviously, I haven't done much yet. I'm only 3 weeks into my training, so I'm not going to have any major changes yet. But I think, yeah, this is the difficult one because it's so early, and I'll have more to talk about further down the line, because obviously I'm going to notice it a lot more as my long runs get longer and longer, as they get up to like 25-30k. Then I'm really going to notice to see if I've built some fitness. I probably mentioned when I first talked about the series, I reckon my fitness at the moment is probably running about half marathon distance, is probably the max I'd feel happy running at the moment, because I probably could run longer, but without getting injuries I think that half marathon is probably my limit at the moment. But yeah, so well, I've been doing a lot of easy runs, and obviously I've been doing all the sessions, so I've got that speed in my legs as well. But I have, obviously, because I was doing a lot of easy runs at one point and nothing else, I did lose a lot of speed, and I went out to try and do a few 5Ks, hard effort, and I had to step off the course, and I couldn't complete the whole thing because I was just burning out, and I didn't have that overall like leg strength in my legs to do the speed. Obviously I could run long distance, but the speed wasn't there, and I've been really knuckling down on that to try and sort it out, and I can feel that power in my legs is slowly but surely coming back, which is good news for me. So on that latter stages of that marathon, when I want to kind of step on the gas a tiny little bit, because obviously I'm not going to have a full tank of energy left, but I can step on it a little bit so I can really bring that time down and hopefully get inside that magical 4 hours for the marathon.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and now
part number 5 of today's video is just some final thoughts. So yeah, I think I've been really enjoying my training so far. It's not felt like an absolute chore that I'm really need to wake up in the morning and go, oh my god, don't want to do this, don't want to finish, and I don't want to get out the door and do it. I've been really feeling quite enthusiastic about my training, which is really, really good news, because when you're putting in all these miles of marathon training, you've got to learn to enjoy these really tough days when you go out there. Otherwise, you're not going to get it done, and you're going to just sort of lie in bed, and you're going to burn out eventually, because I think your mental mind has quite a your mentality has quite a big impact on what your physical performance is. So if you can keep that positive mindset, it's hopefully going to keep me being able to knock out all these sessions pain-free, positive mindset, and enjoying it, which is obviously you've got to remember, you do all these sessions and things, you've got to have an element of enjoying it still, because you can't just do it like a chore which you've been told to do by this training plan, like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, because you just need to have, I'm doing it because I enjoy it. Obviously for some of you guys out there running a marathon, you'd be like, why would you want to do that? Because that's like such a tough task. I enjoy pushing myself, which is why I'm doing it. If I didn't enjoy it, I'd be just taking it easy and everything, but obviously I want to push my boundaries a little bit, and I enjoy it, so that's why I'm doing it. But if you don't enjoy it, well, don't do it. It's really just a personal thing, and you can't compare yourself to others and say, oh, that's what he's doing, so that's what I should do as well. This training, obviously I've got a training plan, but I am adapting it to my level, because otherwise I would get injured. So make sure you don't just look at me and do what I'm doing all the time. Really got to adapt it to yourself, so you make sure you because you can push yourself as much as you want, but if you push yourself too far, you end up making less progress than if you just took it a bit easier. So you've really got to adapt it to get best possible results out of your training.
I gotta go, running to better times, go, from my emotions, I'll go, running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times.
So I think that will conclude my first check-in of my series 2 for training for a first marathon. So if you like this video, please hit that like button below and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos, which I do pretty much every single week, if not more, if I have any more content. Please go check out my Instagram, my Facebook and my Twitter page. I'll have the details of that up on the screen now. Go check out that so you can support and check out my running journey, and I will sometimes leave some running tips on there as well as my YouTube channel. Please leave a comment down below. Also, let me know how your training is going, what's going on in your world, and new things which have happened, any crazy new things which has happened since my last video. And most importantly, above all of that, don't forget to keep running.